Hello everybody, this is a Larch, little bogle. I got this reduced, or these reduced I should say. This is a twin trunk project I'm working on, fusion. So it's actually two trees which I'm attempting to fuse at the bottom here into one trunk. Now, near as I can tell, without repotting and disturbing the trunks, we don't have much in the way of fusion as yet. There is the wire there. How well that's showing up. Sun shining on the screen, which isn't helpful. So I'm just going to leave it again for another year. This is my preferred front at the moment, based on the size and shape of the two trees. That may change in the future, but for this year, again, I just want to let it grow freely, so that we can aid the fusion. But at the same time, I don't want these branches to get too much leggier. So it's just going to be a question of a bit of a spring tidy up. Remove some of these pieces that are growing back in, although I may leave some of these, as this gap will need some filler, so these will probably just get shortened back some. I actually have some reasonable spacing on the branches at the moment. I have a bit of a gap just here, which I'm not entirely happy with, and these branches are really only going to be sacrificial branches to help fatten this section of the trunk, to further enhance that fusion. Here at the very top, camera within, I have some areas where we have the infamous bar branches, and in this case I have 4 branches coming from the same spot, so that would need to be dealt with. And this is very much an eye pokey branch, so that would need to be cut back as well. So let's crack on. I'll just do a little bit of surgery. Going to remove that upward facing branch just there. In fact, I'm going to remove both those branches just there, and shorten this one back. There. Remove that. I'm going to just randomly shorten at the moment. You know, precision isn't too important at this stage in the tree's development. We can worry more about the precision once the two trunks are fused together and we have some decent ramification. That can be achieved at a later date. Got a lot of stuff going on in this particular point, so I'm going to remove some pieces from here. Any upward facing branches. Just going to shorten them quite drastically. This piece needs to come away, as does that one. I'm hoping that obviously this will trigger some further back budding down the trunk, hopefully in this area here. If not, it may be a case of I'll have to try and grow out one of these branches and maybe do an approach graft to there, like so. This back branch Might be able to wire it into position, like so. Okay, so it's a lot of that one. Shorten back. Okay, so that's better. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to lose this eye pointy branch entirely. I'm not happy about this piece either, so we'll lose that. These two pieces are too close together, and this is growing out of the front of the trunk, so I'm going to lose that one. And again, similar with this, going out at the front of the trunk, so I'm going to lose that. And then it's just going to be a question of some cutting back, really. Now I'm going to leave these lower branches again, just shorten them off somewhat so that they can help fatten up the trunk below. So again, this is just a rough cutting back things that I feel are obviously in the wrong place, look out of place, just feel wrong in regards to the tree. It may appear a bit brutal, but the tree will hopefully just, this piece coming straight up, could have made a new leader, but I prefer this line, so we'll get rid of that. Sometimes people say, how do you know which one to cut off? And often it's a case of what looks right to me may not look right to them, but they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I do believe that to be true. We're all different, we all see things slightly differently, and where some see beauty, others see ugliness, and vice versa. So often it's just a gut feeling, what looks right to you. There are rules, of course. Take off these ones that are pointing upwards. But here, for example, let's see if I can zoom in. I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 branches all growing in a similar direction, and none of them exciting or dynamic, so I'm actually going to shorten that back to there, and that, and that. Like I say, that may seem quite drastic, but I didn't feel those branches added anything to it. I'm going to cut that back further, and now still not spectacular, nothing to write home about, but I think it will benefit from that in the future. So let's see the whole thing again. Now, somewhat denuded, but again I think it will benefit in the long run. I'm not going to cut these lower ones back too much. This on the other hand, I am going to cut back. I have an area here where I have several branches in the same plane. I'm going to lose those entirely. Not. As they say, initially at this development stage, precision isn't particularly useful or necessary. If you have a more expensive developed tree, yeah, you want to be more precise. But that's not this tree yet. That's hopefully the future of this tree. That's all for this one, so thank you for watching, and there'll be a later post later in the year. Thank you for watching.